Hello, everyone. Nice to see you all again. Looking at and reviewing chess. Today we shall review the game between Jan Krzysztof Duda and White versus Michael Adams. So it was the European Online Championship Cup. It's round 4 of the finals in 2021 March. Alrighty, so here we go. Duda does it again. A beautiful win, and for all you Beth Harmon Netflix Queen's Gambit fans, guess what this had? The Queen's Gambit declined. Play close attention. Also, I want you to also pay attention. What part of the game do you like the best? Where do you think usually in a game you can feel that one opponent has more leverage than the other? There's more tempo. There's that continued attacking, and it's like having a snag on your clothing. If you pull it, and then if you pull it too hard, it starts just to run, and you know it's all over. So there usually are such points in the game where the leverage is just too great. The pressure is too great, and you just are not able to defend. So basically, you get outplayed. So I guess here we have Duda playing very well, and here we go. We have d4, and knight f6, c4. Okay, typical Queen's Gambit setup. e6, and knight to f3. Here, d5. Notice if he's going to take, he accepts. If he does not take, it's going to be declined. He is not doing anything here yet. Knight to c3, bishop to e7, bishop to f4. Notice who has more development here. Castling, e3, knight to d7, c5, and that's where we see he did not take the pawn, so it's Queen's Gambit declined. All right, we're going into this territory here, the White's territory. Knight to e4, threatening mainly the knight. So what does Duda do? That's interesting. Duda, Duda, do. What do you do? Duda, Duda, do. Duda, 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 do. Anyway, he protects it with his rook. So he still takes and takes. All right, I guess we're just minimizing here. We move in. Notice the position. Look at this nice pawn structure. Nice pawn structure. I will be talking about a man named George Koltanovsky, who used to say, one of his quotes is, pawns are like buttons. You don't want to lose too many, because if you do, your pens fall down. Isn't that a fun thing to remember when you're playing chess? That's a cool thing. And George Koltanovsky was one of the best blind chess players that we've had in modern history. He was Polish Jewish, but born in Belgium, but to Polish parents, Jewish parents, who were in the diamond trade. And a very interesting life story of how he ended up in the United States, and a lot of interesting history. So that will be another video about George Koltanovsky. Anyway, so look at the pawn structure. We got lots of pawns still, so we're not losing buttons here yet. And I like this pawn structure. I don't want to break it up, but we shall see what happens. Okay, we are positioning the bishop here. And we are attacking. We're protecting, attacking, protecting. Do you see all this? So we are now, interesting structure. Look at like a nice little pyramid structure here, while we are going bing, bing, ding, 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 ding. So there's a lot of structure going on. You got to look at the structure and how that's going to help you get where you need to, especially pawn structure. What can you do? And now He moved down the bishop, so the bishop's staring at this bishop. What will Duda do? Duda, 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 do. He castles, ignores this threat. Interesting. See? Cool under pressure. We're only on move 13, my friends. Only on move 13. All right. Ignore these arrows. This is what the engines tell you to do, but we are going to review what the actual human beings did. Queen to c8. So it looks like this line is going to be very interesting. Try to open it up somehow. Queen to c2. Bishop. Let's see. Bishop takes bishop. So if he didn't mind taking the bishop, he takes with the rook. Let's see. The A pawn takes the B pawn. Sorry, I wasn't. And now let's see what will Duda do. This is a critical moment. We are staring here. Here we have a very open line. If he manages to go in the back rank, there's no place for this king to escape. For now, we are good because all of our little major players are here. But once these pawns disappear, we got like an open road, an open highway. Okay, my way or your highway. Take the highway. All right. Let's see what next. So he takes the pawn. He's moving in. Look at this. Could be a triple attack here. Haha. So there's tempo involved here. Is Duda gonna continue being cool as a cucumber? We shall see. Rook to b1. Rook to b1, protecting this pawn, and also hoping for an open line here too. Let's see, queen to b5, attacking this pawn. Rook to c3. Now, interesting move here. Look at this interesting move. Gotta review why was this move made, but it was made to protect this pawn. Well, this rook protects this pawn. So our pawns important here. They must be quite important since Duda is protecting these pawns. But look how close we are here to checkmate if we get rid of this. So we shall see if we're going to get a little lift with a pawn, but we shall see. Rook to a6. Rook to a6. Okay, I guess he's protecting this pawn because it's going to be a runaway for promotion, and we don't want to have a runaway. A runaway pawn means we are going to promote. All right, the bishop moves up, attacking this bishop. So he's not taking, he just protects it with his rook. Now we have this fantastic little escape plan, if just in case things go awry over here. Let's see, so that's called prophylactic move. You know, you take your aspirin so you don't get a headache or something. So it's a prophylactic move. Knight to f6. Trying to get this almighty e4 square position, but we still have a queen here. And the bishop is taken and taken. Bishops are off the board now. Okay, I guess they didn't like their bishops. We are moving in, taking. We are moving in, not taking with the queen. All right, that could have been a critical moment. We did not exchange queens here. All right, so now we have the knight attacking. Look at the nice structure here. Okay, this is more a very defensive mode. This is white has been on the attacking mode through this game. It's like faster to the punch. All right, he's moving out, so he has space now for his king to escape if necessary. We are taking. What did we take? We take the pawn. Okay, we are trying to do a battery here. So he's still planning to do something on the back rank. Let's see. There's a lot of 2 against 1. Well, now we also have this knight protecting this pawn. Let's see what happens next. All right, he moves back with the bishop. That is a critical move. Critical move. Just take the pawn if you want, I guess. So now he moves in with this pawn, attacking this rook, the white rook. I mean, this knight moves into e4, attacking the rook. So he goes out, and notice the attacking the queen. Okay, so from a threat, he's now made a bigger threat by moving out and attacking the queen, one of the powerful pieces. So it's being anchored by this pawn, but it's also being attacked. So interesting. This is move order positioning here. Move order is important. Okay, she's now moved back. Okay, and my little computer is stuck. I'm sorry, let's go back. Let's go back. He takes, now the battery there on the black. He goes back. He moves in to attack the rook. The rook goes against the queen. The queen takes. Woohoo! Wow. Then he takes and moves down. Now you're gonna take the queen. If you take with it, you're gonna lose your queen. But notice, black has lost its queen. Okay, now we are moving out. So he had this prophylactic move, being able to get out of the way. This is still quite dangerous. It could be dangerous, but we shall see what happens next. The king moves out. We are pressuring this knight to get out of here. So now we're pressuring the queen to get out of there. She does. Goes to the back rank. Now it's being attacked by the knight. This goes back on the attack. Reverse. Attacks the knight. So knight moves out. What happened here? And the knight moves back to reposition to these squares. F6 or H6, depending how we can figure out to do a checkmating net. All right, now he's wanting to take the knight out, so he moves in, and he doesn't take because it's being guarded by the queen. Okay, now he's let's see, what was this move? He's taking the pawn, closing in on the white king. We have now taken the pawn with a check. So he takes, moves in to check the king. So notice it's down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pawns to 1, 2, 3, 4. If one of these pawns can be promoted, we got more leverage. Okay, all we got is a queen and pawns for white, where we have 2 rooks and a knight. But does Duda panic? No, let's continue. Okay, he takes the knight. And now he's targeting this isolated pawn, the white pawn. All right, so he continues to attack the king, Duda. Okay, he moves out. Now what are you going to do? You're going to continue checking the queen, or you're going to figure out how to promote a pawn? Let's see what Duda does. He takes this very important pawn out of the way, so that maybe there can be a pawn promotion. Notice these pawns are blocking the rook's effectiveness. Maybe the rook, having a rook here, would prevent it from having a pawn promotion. Let's see what happens. Another check. Moves out of the way. We are now moving up the pawn. Okay, he's trying to eat this pawn, but Duda ignores this threat. And now he moves back up one of his rooks to a8. So now the check. And this is where Adams resigned. Notice, will there be enough time to have Duda? He has to have Duda, and he's got a queen in a position. He's now gonna, if he has to move the king out of the way, what's gonna happen? He's gonna take the rook and then just keep promoting. Will this rook get back in time? Probably not, because we got the queen now. She can start eating up all these other pawns, while we have several pawns that can move up to be promoted. So this is where Michael Adams resigned. Great game for Duda. I think they're called the Polish Hussars. If you don't know who Hussars are, there is a very important medieval type of warriors that Poland had. Everybody feared them in the Middle Ages. I suggest you look up the Hussars. Hussare. All right, great job. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned for more chess commentary. Au revoir.